Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the Mezco 112 Collective Black Skull Death Brigade. Now, if you pretty much know that you've seen these guys and some sneak peek photos, some other stuff, we're going to talk about how awesome this guy is today. I have really been enjoying this whole spy arc that we're hitting with like the Rumble Society stuff. So it's been really cool to have like sort of like an army builder version of it. So if White Skull is 006, Gomez is 007. These guys are all like assassins or spies from some deep cell organization. So who knows, right? But as we get into it, we talk about how these guys have a similar idea. Maybe these are agents from different timelines or different dimensions from mutations that mutated further and caused their own thing. We don't know yet, but I do know is that I love spy stuff. So I'm here for it 100,000%, right? So we have our look. We have our classic turtleneck look. Again, if you like Archer, you already know what I'm referencing with the turtleneck stuff. So get up on that. Watch Archer. Here we have a nice little logo here for the Death Brigade, showing you that organization that they belong to. We have our standard articulation looking really good. We still have our cargo pants. And we have our tactical boots, right? So as far as articulation goes, we can go up. Like we can go really far up. Like this guy can hit the beat. So that means doing those parachute dive bomb techniques. This is really dope because when you want to do those scenes with that, this guy's going to look spectacular because he can hit that articulation. He can look somewhat down. As you can see, his neck kind of stops just a little bit short, but we can still tilt side to side, getting a nice range of movement. Our arms, as you saw earlier, can lift up with no problem. We do have a bicep swivel. We are double jointed and can touch our own head. That means we can do little cutesy poses as well. As you notice, these guys have a tad bit of a shinier head, but more importantly, they have these glowing green eyes. So the eyes will glow with a certain amount of light hits it. I'll do that towards the end of the video to talk about. I have my backlight on, so in the meantime, you won't be able to see that with that on. As far as our ab crunch goes, we can tilt left, we can tilt right, we can even crunch forward just a little bit. There's also going to be another little crunch when we add our legs forward, so that way we can hit a very nice rotation and movement. Our legs are double jointed, can spread out a certain way. Because they are cargo pants, you can't get too far with it, but we do have a lot of room for movement, as you can see here. This is a very nice range of motion that you can see. You can actually get a ton of crazy movement joints. You'll also get a thigh swivel and a little bit of actually a lot of boot rotation. As far as our ankle goes, we can go in a little bit, and we can't go out too far, but we can go a little inward. We can go a little forward and not so far backwards. So you might be a little stuck there, but as far as hitting that move, man, Black Skull's got it. You're going to have fun if you really like posing your stuff up with these guys. For real, for real. Now that we've covered all the movement, let's jump into accessories and the things that he almost fell for a second. And the things that he come with. So let's get to those accessories. Now, what do we talk about first? Oh, you know what? Because I covered this last with like White Skull. I want to cover it first with these. I've actually been having a good time with the whole captionette thing. I've actually had a lot of good ideas since then. So I hope you guys will enjoy this part with the photos. But the nice stretchy captionette is a nice touch. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a captionette, but these things are no joke. And if you can't get a tear, there's no way you're getting out. Like you're legit trapped in one of these. So it's cool to have that. Next up, we have a rocket launcher. This one is based off the all black one. Like you get, this is all black with some nice paint weathering on it. I believe you've seen this previously with Harley Quinn. So you know that it opens up and it has a rocket effect, which you can place in any one of the four. Places right in, looking really good. Let's pop that back in. The handle also swivels up and down. Next up, you will get your grappling hook. This one has been used constantly, so I just want to show you guys how long it actually extends. And it technically does hold the body weight if you can latch it onto something properly. So keep that in mind. It actually can hold them up. So don't fall. Don't fall. Next up, you'll get some tactical goggles. They are black with green lenses to match that of the eyes of the Black Skull. I usually like to sit them on top so they look like cool pilots, but you can actually place it over them, give them a different look. So yeah, I'm gonna place that back up, make it look cool, right? Let's get you all nice and posed up again. There we go. Then we have a backpack for carrying all your necessities for being a spy. It has a latch that does open up. There's Velcro and it opens up. You have an opening. You can tie this one way or both ways. You can either go around the shoulders and just put it on, and you have like a safety buckle here, which is why I made that parachute reference earlier. Because again, I'm thinking about spy stuff. Maybe he wants to put a parachute in there. Maybe it's like Inspector Gadget where you have a bunch of cool gadgets in there. You never know. You'll never ever know. You might have all the spy stuff you need. Next up, we will get a harness. The harness is pretty cool. And it's all black this time. So you have all those, that tactical look that you want and aim for. Let's put this arm backwards. Let's rotate that in. Let's bring it up. Make them look good. So now we have our harness on and we look solid. And as you know, the harness has a holster for his weapon, and we have storage for 2 magazines. So let's show you, because you will be able to store your magazines right here on his right hand side. So now we have our magazine stores, and then we have our handgun, our sidearm with a removable magazine already. Let's pop that back in. And we have storage. So far we have a really nice look. We didn't even put the backpack on yet. And the backpack can work even with the harness on. So you can go over and around if you want, or you can leave it like this. There are options to this. Next up, you'll get a submachine gun. As you see, we have the stock here for your arm so you don't hurt yourself. We have a removable magazine here. It's actually pretty tightly in there. Let's actually, there we go. So now we've removed our magazine. You do get 1 extra magazine. It's right here. Next up, we're gonna go over our hands. So let's move you over to the side because it's clear plastic to look pretty good. You'll get the 2 pointing salute hand. You'll get just the pointing hand. You get 1 right hand action hand. You will get a large holding hand for your C4 detonator. You'll get a right hand trigger hand, a hand for holding your weapon, basically when you do the submachine gun, when you hold it. You'll get another trigger hand, and then you will get a left trigger hand, just in case too, and 2 sword-like holding hands here at the bottom. Next up, we have a little bit more weapons and things like that. So here, you will get your bullet effect. You get your C4 detonator, your tactical combat knife, aka sword holding hands. That's what those are for. You'll also get 4 grenades and your C4. C4 is important for espionage. You gotta remember to carry that at all times. So that covers just about all the accessories that you'll get. Next up, we're going to jump into size comparison so we can see how cool this guy is next to a bunch of other stuff. And personally, I'm really happy with it because I can imagine, like, I don't know if you guys, I'm going to show you the box here in a second, but with the box, you see that there's a bunch of them. So buying a bunch of these guys, like ganging up on both White Skull, Gomez, any other Rumble Society member, is one of those cool things that I look forward to because everyone knows that I love and adore army building. So I can't wait. So hopefully you guys will enjoy these shots. So let's get to it. So real quick, before we jump into the size comparison, I do want to show you that light up eye feature that I was talking about. So we're going to just put the lamp here all up in his eyes, let that get that glowing portion going, as you guys can see here. Then I'm going to remove it. And as you can see, the eyes glow just, oh, it glows in and out. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. So basically supercharging it with some light, I use daylight bulbs. So you supercharge it with some light, then you have that nice glow feature. So keep that in mind. That glow feature is there and it's pretty nice. So let's cut our lights back on. Let me show you this feature. Fix my focus. Voila. There we go. So you got this guy nice and set up, looking really good. First things first, I want to compare him to White Skull and Hazard Commander so you guys can see what's up. See how we're looking. So White Skull seems like he might be either formerly a Black Skull or maybe been teamed up with them. And, you know, maybe Gomez has a part in this too. We don't know just yet. But I know these guys all look pretty cool with each other and I can't wait to see. Another thing I want to show you guys is that box art so you guys can see how we got it going on. And as you can see, these guys look really cool. All three of them. So we kind of have a nice narrative with these guys. This is a certain time, a certain era in Rumble Society. When? We don't know. But we know they all play a part with each other. So let's remove these two. And let's talk about our box art. So I'm going to lift it up just a little bit. That comic style cover. Now you can see these guys are nothing to play with. They're like ready and decked out. They have their weapons. They're ready to go. And there is a bunch of them. That's why I got the idea of them being an army builder. Because in my opinion, if you have that many on a cover and you're calling yourself a brigade, you know what's going on. So keep that in mind. It looks awesome. I can't wait. You know, let's get down with the get down. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the size comparison. We already did the Gomez's. So let's jump in. Oh, you know what? Let's do the NECA Predator, who's a much bigger guy, so you can see what's going down there. Then we have a slightly larger Mezco. Here we are, KG Beast. We can do a Mythic Legions Cavaliers. No. Why'd you fall? Let's fix that. Cavaliers is being a little mean here. So here we are. And I want to size these guys up because you can see they size themselves out pretty well, looking pretty good. So let's remove this first batch. As you know, NECA Predator is bigger than everything, so that doesn't really matter. Here we have a Lightning Collection putty. You can see how these guys, and the Mezco's just a tad bit bigger than that 6-inch line. Here we are with a G.I. Joe Cobra. You know, Army Troopers got to stick together. That's why I chose these guys. Here we are with an Articulated Icons Ninja. He just happens to have a mask on. Let's fix these legs. So as you can see, these guys actually work out pretty well with him, looking really good. We have a 1000 Toys Dante. To see how these guys look with him. So I think these pan out pretty well. So let's remove Dante and these army builders. Next up, we have SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga, who's always going to be the smallest guy there. Then we have a Mcfarland Azrael. This 7-inch line is kind of crazy. Then we have a Storm Collectibles Cyrax to round things out at the end. Show you guys what's up. So again, I think it was done pretty well. But again, if you're one of those guys who like your toys really tall, not going to be for you. But I think it fits in for the most part with just about every single line. That means if you wanted to be an army builder in your line, you want to be a single agent that's going to jump across your own multiverse, and Rumble Society is just that thing to introduce you. It's also great kit bash and custom material. So you have many different variety of choices and options, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.